Hi everybody, welcome to 4.7, and we are going to be talking about metric units. I'll put that up here. We're talking about metric units of mass and capacity. Mass and capacity are going to be important as we travel through 4.8, and we're going to need to do some conversions using the metric system. So this is kind of an intro lesson, rather easy I believe. Intro lesson to 4.8. So let's start with mass. We use it in science a lot, and it's more than just weight, but for our purposes you can equate it somewhat to the idea of weight, but it's actually the amount of matter in an object. So if we were talking about metric units, we first talk about the small unit, which is a milligram, which is about the weight or mass of 1 grain of sugar. The abbreviation for it is mg. Then we go to gram, which is the mass of a small paper clip, not the big ones, the little guys. So that's written with a G. And the kilograms, that is about the mass of your math book. It's written with a kg. Go ahead and pause the video and make sure all of this is in your notes. Think with me for a minute about what we measure in all of these. So if we talk about milligrams, a lot of times that's medicine is measured in milligrams. Sometimes it would be grams, but especially pills and things like that would be milligrams. Kilograms would be, if you grew up anywhere really in the world besides America, you would be weighed in kilograms around the world. These conversions are very important for tomorrow's lesson, but I want you to start wrapping your brain around them. So if I have 1 gram, one small paper clip, that is the equivalent of having 1,000 milligrams or 1,000 little grains of sugar. The opposite of that is saying if I have 1 grain of sugar, that is 1/1000th of a gram or a paper clip. So these are saying the same things backwards. If you have 1 of these, you have 1,000 of these. If you have 1 of these, you have 1,000th of these. If you have 1 kilogram, 1 math book, that is about the same as 1,000 grams or 1,000 paper clips. If you have 1 gram, 1 paper clip, it is 1,000th of a kilogram or a math book. We're going to move down to capacity, and that's just basically how much something can hold. A lot of times we talk about that in terms of liquids. So a milliliter is about what an eyedropper would hold, and you measure things. Some of you have had medicine from an eyedropper, and it's measured in milliliters. The second is liter. We all know what 2 liters are, but we're talking about 1 liter, which is the size of a large water bottle, or half the size of a 2 liter. And that's just an L. Sometimes it's written with a capital L. Sometimes milliliter is a small m, big L. Depends on what book you're in. So the last is a kiloliter, which is not quite as popular, especially here in America. Kiloliter is the capacity of 5 bathtubs, not 1, 5 bathtubs. That's a kiloliter. So if we were to talk about liters, 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. Notice the similarities. 1 little milliliter is 1/1000th of a liter. So it would take 1,000 of these little milliliters to fill up a 1 liter bottle. Talk about a kiloliter. Remember the bathtubs? 1 kiloliter is 1,000 liters. 1,000 of those large water bottles poured. 1 liter is 1,000th of a kiloliter. I want you to try 1, 2, 3, and 4. How would you measure the capacity of a wheelbarrow, the mass of a small test tube, the mass of a car, and the capacity of a thermos? So take a quick look at the ones you tried. Are you getting these correct? Please make sure you look at what they are looking for. Is it mass or is it capacity? In years past, students have not found this assignment too difficult, but 4.8 has caused a bit of a challenge. So go through one more time and try to picture in your mind what is happening in each of these conversions, because we're going to be learning some new terms in 4.8. Thanks, everyone. Please ask questions if you have them on your assignment.